was very in tune. Oh, here we go. Yes, we are back once again. It's nice to see you all here today. Here we go again. Yes, it is English Addict, and we are now broadcasting live across the internet, YouTube, and the entire planet. Hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me today. Oh, I'm just setting everything up. There is always something I forget. I don't know why. Whenever I'm preparing my live stream, there is always at least one thing that I forget to arrange. So today it was my viewing screen for the live chat. So please excuse me whilst I just press my buttons and get everything working. Already I can see there is at least one problem. We still have no live captions. I don't know what is going on here. Up until last week, we had lovely live captions. I have a feeling that YouTube has actually stopped the live captions. I don't think they are actually providing them anymore, which is a great shame. I must admit, I am going to write a very strongly worded email to my support at YouTube to ask why have you stopped the live captions, because they are such a useful thing. I know not everyone on YouTube is teaching English. I know not everyone is interested in having live captions. However, there are many people who rely on the captions, and they need them so they can follow what is being said on the screen. You see? So that's the reason why, for me, from my own personal point of view, I think they are amazing. I think they are fantastic. So I really do love the live captions. But once again, it is out of my control. There is nothing I can do about it, unfortunately, because if YouTube says no more captions, then that's it. There is nothing I can do about it. But I will be writing to someone about this, because I'm not entirely happy. If I was honest with you, I am not entirely happy with the situation as it stands. So I'm hoping to get this sorted out. However, I don't think YouTube are going to change their minds, really. I don't think the people at YouTube will change their mind because of me. I mean, really, it's just me. Why would anyone want to listen to me? I don't know why. Here we go then. For those who don't know who I am, maybe you are looking at your screen thinking, who is that weirdo? Who is that strange man staring back at me on my screen? My name is Mr. Duncan, and I talk about English. I talk about the English language. And that is what we do. We share our love of English. You might say that we are actually English addicts. English addicts. You see? That's how it works. We love English so much we can't get enough of it. Here we go again. We are back together. Yes, we have made it all the way to the end of another week. It's Friday. Doobie-doo-boo. Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo. Nice to see you all here again today. Oh, what a week it has been. I've been busy preparing something special. Yes, there is some big news coming today. Some big news. Not small news. We are talking humongous, massive, incredibly gargantual. Ooh, I like that word. Big news coming a little bit later on. We have Palmyra here today, also Sandra, Roxy, Luis Mendez. Hello, Luis. Luis Mendez is here as well. Who else is here today? We also have Vitas, Paolo, also Sandra Gonzalez. Don't worry, Mr. Duncan, about the captions. We can follow you. I hope so. However, there are some students who like to have the captions. So I am going to try my best and hopefully I will get that sorted out. Although, can I just say that I'm making no promises. Oh, hello, Beatrice. Guess what? Beatrice, you are first on today's live chat. Congratulations to you. What is the big news? There is some big news coming today concerning my English channel and also lessons. It is nice to see you here again. Hello, Marilda. Partap is here as well. Nice to see you back. Yes, we have made it all the way to Friday. It is nice to see that we are all here together again. Pedro Belmont. Oh, hello, Pedro Belmont. Once again, don't forget you can also give me a like as well. Those likes are very important. Do you know why? Well, those likes will encourage YouTube to show my videos around the channel and around the site more often. So don't forget to give me a lovely big like as well under the video. It might seem like a small thing. It might seem a little insignificant, but it is a very important thing indeed. It really is. So here we are again. Yes, I'm back. I'm back on a very windy day. Let's have a look outside. Outside the window at the moment. Oh, well, that isn't what it looks like. That's what it looked like last night in the dark. No, this is what it looks like right now. Like this, you see? So that is the view outside the window right now. We've had a lot of rain and it's also very windy. Very windy indeed. Can you believe tomorrow we have some people coming to the house? They are going to start doing some work on the house tomorrow. We are going to have the house demolished and rebuilt. Well, not quite as bad as that, but we do have some builders coming tomorrow to start some work on the house, some much needed work. This house is old. A lot of people ask about the house. They say, Mr. Duncan, how old is your house? This house is just a little bit younger than me. So this house is actually over 50 years old. And yes, I suppose when a house becomes a certain age, it does start showing problems. It does start having little problems. I suppose one of the most common problems with a house, especially when it becomes old, it starts to let in the water, which isn't very good. So we have had some problems over the past few months during this very wet 2020. And we have had a lot of rain, to be honest with you, a lot of rain. So we have some builders coming. They're starting tomorrow. Apparently the house is going to be half demolished and then Mr. Steve is going to put it all back together again. I don't know how, but we will see what happens. So that should be interesting, especially next week when I'm doing my live streams. because there might be a lot of noise taking place around me. So all around where I am, you might find it will be very noisy. Even in the studio, you might be able to hear the noise. So the house is starting to look a little bit worn. It has some problems. It is letting in water, which is not good when you think about it. So certain parts of the house next week are going to be destroyed, removed. And then hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, hopefully something will be put there instead. I'm not sure what. We haven't decided yet. We might just grow some flowers. Does that sound like a good idea? Yes. So where the house used to be, we are going to grow some flowers. That should be interesting. I think actually we will be living inside my gazebo. As you know, in my garden there is a little gazebo that I normally shelter underneath when I'm doing my live streams outside. However, I think next week we might all be living in the gazebo. There will be me, Mr. Steve, Mr. Lomax, Lady Wollington. It's going to be very crowded in there. And one of the worst things is that Mr. Lomax snores. And Lady Wollington, she often sleepwalks. So it should be a very interesting time. Yes. Let's see what is happening today. What is happening, Mr. Duncan? Please tell us. We have the sentence game. Today we are looking for words beginning with J. J for jolly and jam. Also, my second name begins with J as well, you see. So today we are having another maybe 5 or 6 rounds of the sentence game. So I hope you will be joining in with that. And we are going to look at superlatives. As you can see in the title of today's live stream, you will see the mention of some superlatives, the way of describing the highest quality of something. So when we describe superlatives, when we use them in a sentence, what we are actually doing is we are expressing the highest quality of something. So I might just give you a little hint of what we are talking about today. Here we go then. Let's have a look, shall we? So when we say superlatives, when we use superlatives, we are using them to express the best qualities of something. A superlative can be one word or a combination of words in a sentence. So when we use superlatives, we are describing the highest quality of something. Now, when we say quality, it can mean anything that describes that certain aspect, the appearance, the shape, the way it works, the way it moves, the colour, the lightness, the brightness, the darkness. So superlatives always go for the most or the highest point or quality of something. And a superlative can be one word or it can be a combination of words in a sentence. So we can describe something in a sentence and we are also showing that that thing is the highest quality. It might be the best. It might be the highest, the fastest, the biggest, the largest. Something that is of the highest quality. Let's have a look, shall we, at some basic superlatives. Here we go, you can see next to me. So, for example, we have most, the most. So this often refers to quantity. Then we have the top, something that is the highest point. Then we have the prefix, and then we have the postfix of est. So you might have highest, greatest, biggest, lowest, longest, shortest, brightest, cleanest, the latest, the newest, the oldest, the rarest. Something that is hard to find, something that only exists in very small quantities can be described as the rarest. Something that is very rare indeed. And yes, I did make a lesson all about superlatives. Would you like to have a look at it? Here is a lesson that I made all about superlatives in the English language. There are many ways of describing the highest quality of something, the highest point of something, the thing that is at its very best. And this lesson will help you work out how they are used. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. Today we are going to look at a part of English grammar that expresses the very best and worst of things we see and do. The clearest way to express what is the greatest. In fact, I'm doing it now as I make this introduction. Today we are going to look at those super-duper superlatives. A superlative is a form of grammar that expresses the highest degree of equality. To say that something is better than all the rest is to use a superlative sentence. Individual words can convey a superlative expression. Superlatives come in many different forms. They are often formed as words ending in est or with the word most. A superlative can be used to show that something is hard to beat, or that its quality or performance is, for the time being, difficult to match. A superlative can be formed and appear in many ways. If a person does something that no one else has, then a superlative can be used to describe what has been achieved. The best or the greatest would be suitable words to use in this case. The greatest athlete, the best swimmer, the strongest man or woman on the track. A superlative can be used in a certain time period, such as a day. That was the fastest race today. She is the best singer I have heard today. In these sentences, we are showing that the superlative only relates to the event on the day. Being the best today means that tomorrow there might be someone just as good or even better. When we say that something is good, then we are stating that it is acceptable. It is not bad. It is good. It is passable. It is okay. It is sufficient. It is satisfactory. Many things are good. The quality of something, such as meat, can be described as good. However, it is possible to describe something as being best if it has been recognized in some way. If something has been awarded a prize or a high grade, then best can be used. In 2012, he won an award for being the best butcher in England. Once again, this superlative is relevant to the time in which it was given. Being the best one year does not mean you will be voted the best the next year. Let's take a look at some examples of superlatives. Great, greatest, good, best, high, highest, clean, cleanest, bright, brightest, new, newest, latest, brave, bravest, wealthy, wealthiest, clever, cleverest, amazing, most amazing, exciting, most exciting, difficult, most difficult, expensive, most expensive, familiar, most familiar, memorable, most memorable, enjoyable, most enjoyable, stunning, most stunning. In English, the superlative can be used in a way that suggests something that is not strictly so. Superlatives can be used figuratively. They suggest something for effect. For example, the most complete collection of modern art in England does not mean that all modern art is contained there. The sentence seems to be saying this, but in fact it is not so. Certain words have been brought into common use as superlatives. Contemporary writing often places a superlative here and there so as to add excitement or draw attention. Superlatives are often used in advertising. We might sometimes use the word superlative to show that something is unique, overwhelming, or insurmountable in quality or form. There are not enough superlatives to describe this show. The film critics lavished superlatives on her performance. By this you are showing that something has left you feeling overwhelmed and impressed. We sometimes play with words to show a superlative that is not real. A common one is bestest, which of course is not a real word, but can be used as a fun way of showing how much something means to you. You are my bestest friend in the whole world. Another one is awesomest. This is not a real word, but it can be used informally to show that, in your opinion, something is the best. It is possible to use most as a way of expressing that something or someone has impressed you or has left an impression on you. That meal was most satisfying. I had a most enjoyable evening. That lecture you gave was most interesting. We found the most delightful place to have a picnic. She speaks in the most eloquent way. Superlatives can be used to show the most extreme things, both positively and negatively. The most positive thing is the best, while the most negative thing is the worst. The extremes of bad include the coldest day, the smelliest cheese, our darkest hour, the saddest song, the moodiest person, the loneliest man, the bleakest forecast. We often make a note of things that exist as unique or unbeatable. The tallest building, the fastest runner, the largest bowl of custard, the cleverest man, and all the other things worthy of note. We call these things records. Anything that cannot be beaten or is the most will be recorded. The facts surrounding this event or thing are written down. You can be the fastest runner in England or the fastest runner in the world. Most people aim for a world record. They want to be the best, the greatest, the tallest, even the shortest or the oldest is worthy of being included in the list of world records. But of course, just like many other superlatives, many of these records can be beaten, eventually. When the oldest living man in the world dies, the second oldest takes his place. The tallest building in the world now might not be in a couple of years' time. That particular record could be broken. Superlatives are great for showing how good or bad something is, even if they are not absolutely true. Your worst day ever might be tomorrow, but it may also be next Tuesday. We often throw superlatives into a sentence for effect. Superlatives are dramatic. They are expressive. They effectively express extremes, both in action and emotion. The best of the best and the worst of the worst are often used to show how great or awful something is. But it is not necessarily definitive or permanent. What might seem the best or worst today can change as time goes by. What could be better than a day at the sea? What could be better than you with me? What could be finer than a day in bed? What could be better than cheese and bread? What could be nicer than a card from Mum? What could be sweeter than a sugar-coated bun? What could be better than the kindness of a friend? What could be greater than a love that has no end? That is all I have time for today. I hope this has been a good lesson and that you have enjoyed it. Was it the best one ever? I hope so. Of course, there will be another one coming very soon, so I look forward to seeing you all again in the near future. Thank you for being the bestest, awesomest viewers in the whole world. Really, you are. This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thank you for watching me teaching you. And of course, ta-ta for now. And there it was, going back to 2014. So many years ago. It was my lesson all about superlatives. Hello. Nice to see you all again. Yes, we are here live on Friday the 21st of August. Another week of August, and then we will be in September. September is coming, yes. It is going to be an unusual month for various reasons. September is going to be different. There will be some changes happening during September. I won't say what it is exactly, but there are some changes coming, some very big changes. However, the good news is it is only for September. So during the month of September, there will be something slightly different happening for reasons that I'm not going to go into. But there will be some changes taking place just in September. And then October, things will be back to normal. And of course, October is a special month because it is the anniversary of this YouTube channel being created. So that is what is happening in September here right now. We are talking all about English and English words. Talking of sentences as well in a few moments. Are you ready to play the sentence game? We will be playing that very shortly. Today we are looking at words. We are searching for words beginning with J. J for jelly. One of my most favourite desserts. Jelly. J for J. A type of bird. So there is a type of bird called a jay, which begins with the letter J. Hello to everyone on the live chat. A very different one today, a strange one in fact. Hello Belarusia. Hello also. We have, Alessandra is here as well. Also Anna Rita and Tuan Nguyen Sun. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here. You are not late. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hello also. Zuzika is here as well. Nice to see you here on the live chat as well. Super duper. Gyoten is here watching in Japan. Hello Japan. I know it's been rather hot and quite stormy in Japan recently. Here it's the same, in fact. You might be able to see behind me. It is quite windy, quite stormy, in fact. And yes, we have some people coming tomorrow to start trying their best to renovate this house that is now falling down. Hello, human being. Should I stop? I should stop eating junk food, says human being. To be honest with you, junk food is only really junk if you eat a lot of it. Now, sometimes it's nice to treat yourself. Everything in moderation. So sometimes I like to have a Jaffa cake, or maybe a piece of chocolate, or maybe some jelly. But I don't have a lot of it. I have a little. So sometimes having something that you like or something that you fancy, something that you feel you want to eat, is not necessarily a bad thing as long as you don't overdo it. So I think the biggest problem for many of us is doing something too much. Maybe we eat too much junk food. Maybe we sit in front of the television too much and for too long, you see? So doing something for a short time and in a small amount, but doing something in a large amount for a long time can be bad. So yes, that's my way of looking at it anyway. I'm not a doctor, I know that. I have checked, and I'm definitely not a doctor, but I think sometimes having something that you want or fancy, maybe a little cake, as long as you're not overdoing it, of course, as long as you're not overdoing it. And of course, besides that, you can also take lots of exercise as well. You can go for a walk, have a stroll, go for a swim. You can climb up onto the roof of your house and have a look at how many gaps there are, how much rain is coming in to your house. That's what we were doing a few days ago. Hello, Berlim. Hello also to... hello, Barong. Barong. Nice to see you here as well. We will be playing the sentence game in a short time. I hope you are ready to join in with the sentence game. It is very simple. All you have to do is write down the missing words. I will show you some sentences, and all you have to do is write down the missing words. Now, you know I like nature. I love nature so much. Well, I was recalling the other day, I was remembering a time when Mr. Steve and myself were out walking and some bulls came out of a field. They were being released. onto the road because they were being transferred to another field. And then suddenly I remembered that I actually filmed that event. And guess what? Here it is now.
Mr. Steve? Mr. Steve?
So there it was, our little drama that we had with some bullocks that had been let out of a field and were being led along the road. I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different, and yes, we like to do things differently here on English Addict. For those who don't know what this is, my name is Duncan, and we talk about English. In a few moments we are going to play the sentence game. We are. Sergio says, maybe learning English. Maybe I should only learn English less and for a short time. Ah, you see? Yes, I know what you're saying there. Well, of course, English is a good thing. It's good for you. So I wouldn't describe English as junk food. And I certainly wouldn't describe English as unhealthy. Although I suppose it depends what you are saying, you see. It depends what words you are using and what you are saying and who you are saying it to, I suppose. Hello also to Anna Rita. Now I saw earlier, I can't find the message now, but I saw earlier there was some good news about a job. But I can't find it now, it's disappeared. This happens sometimes, you see, when the live chat is moving very quickly. It's very hard sometimes to find all of it, to find all of the messages. So that's one of the reasons why sometimes I forget or I lose the messages. And it does happen quite often. Some very interesting messages coming through here. I hope you are ready to play the sentence game because it will be coming in a moment. Oh, Valentina says, I would rather drink or have chocolate, but with coffee. Dark chocolate with coffee. Yes, you can, can't you? You can have coffee and chocolate together. I must admit it is nice. I agree with you. Even though I'm not a big coffee drinker, to be honest. I don't drink it very often. Hello, Fabio. Fabio watching in Pisa. Hi, everyone. The best teacher in the world. Thank you, Fabio. That's very kind of you to say. How kind. Very nice. Sergio says, I don't have the superlatives to describe how dangerous English can be. One or two people are asking about the captions. I don't know why, but I think that YouTube has actually stopped giving live captions because I can't get them to work for some reason. I don't know why. Something very strange has happened to the live captions and I don't know where they've gone, for which I apologise, but it's not my fault. Unfortunately, it is YouTube doing something very strange. Here we go then. Are you ready to play the sentence game? Because it's coming up in a few moments. I hope you are ready to play. All you have to do is find the missing words, and today we are using the letter J. Shall we play the sentence game? Okay, let's do it right now. Here we go. It's time to play the sentence game. I hope you are ready to join in with the game that we love playing. All you have to do is give me some of the missing words. Now, I do get complaints that my sentence game is very difficult. Some people say it's easy. Some people say it's not too hard. Some people say it's very hard. We will see what happens today. We are looking for words beginning with the letter J. So let's get everything on the screen, shall we? There we go. Are you ready to play the sentence game? Playing with the letter J for Jill and Jack. Here we go then. Diana says, it is me, Mr. Duncan. I have got a job for an international coffee company. So that's why we're talking about coffee. Is that the reason why? Diana, congratulations on your new job. And does it mean that you will be travelling abroad? Does it mean that you will be flying around the world, maybe? Maybe your job means that you will be travelling around. I'm not sure, but congratulations on your new job, Diana. Diana Romano, well done. And I suppose that does deserve a round of applause. I think so. Congratulations on your new job, Diana, and I hope it goes very well. When do you start? When are you starting your new job? Is it soon? Here we go then. It's time to play the sentence game. I hope you will join in. If you don't know the rules, don't worry, you will pick it up as we go along. Here is today's first sentence game. Let's play right now. Ooh, there it is. So that is it. You can see now, straight away, how we play the game. It was wrong of me to something you so harshly. We are looking for 5 letters. So this might be easy to some people. I know I will get complaints. Mr. Duncan, it's too easy. But then some people will say, Mr. Duncan, it's too hard. It's too difficult. It was wrong of me to something you so harshly. Congratulations once again to Diana, and it's nice to see so many people on the live chat also congratulating Diana as well. Isn't that lovely? Very nice. Oh, I see. So Diana will be working in the head office of the company in Scotland, of course. A place that I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to visit Scotland. Never have. Well, I went for one day to Edinburgh, but I've always wanted to actually stay for maybe a week or 2 weeks in the Scottish Highlands, somewhere far away from other people, far away, where I can't be disturbed, where there is no internet access. Can you imagine living in a place where you can't even get the internet? Imagine that. There are still places here in the UK that are so remote that there is no internet, no mobile phone connection. Can you imagine that? Living without the internet, living without your mobile phone. Oh my God. I don't think I could do it, to be honest. I don't think I could do it. Here we go then. We've got some answers coming through. I think this one might be easy for some people. For others, maybe not. Maybe not. So I hope you are playing along at home. If you don't know the answer, well, I will give it to you anyway, so you don't have to worry. It was wrong of me to something you so harshly. So when you do something harshly, you do something in a cruel way. You are cruel, unkind, maybe rude. You do something harshly. You might be behaving in an unfair way. You are being unfair to someone. It was wrong of me to something you so harshly. The answer coming in a moment. It looks like quite a few people have got it right. We are looking for a word beginning with J. Thank you, Mr. Cockerell. We have all missed you. We have. We were wondering where you had gone to. Nice to see you back. We have quite a few correct answers coming through. Thank you, Nessam. Also Tomek, Alessandra, Lil, Mina, Richard, Hiroko. Hello, Hiroko. Also Beatrice, Palmyra. Yes, I think some people might say that was very easy, Mr. Duncan. Very easy. Okay, we will see. We will see. The answer is bing. Judge. Judge. It was wrong of me to judge you so harshly. We sometimes judge people. We judge them by the way they look, by the way they dress, by the place they live in. So we often judge people. We will look at their appearance, their behaviour. We will maybe come to a conclusion about them. You judge someone. You decide how that person behaves, whether they are a good person or a bad person, whether they are wrong or right. You judge someone. So if you judge someone harshly, that means that you are being unfair. Maybe you have the wrong opinion or the wrong view of that person. You judge them harshly. You judge a person harshly. So yes, there it is then. Now you know the first one. I think I'm being bitten. Oh no, I know what I've done. I've actually injured myself. Isn't that strange? I don't know how I've done it. Do you ever find on your body, you find an injury on your body and you don't know how you got it? I have a big scratch on my leg and I don't know how I got it. I may have done it accidentally today when I was setting up the live stream, but I don't know how I've done it. I've actually got a big scratch on my leg. How it got there, I have no idea. And I don't even own any pets. So that's the strange part. Here's another one using the letter J. Congratulations if you got the last one right. Here is another one. Oh, we have 2 missing words. We are looking for 7 letters and 6 letters. The people pushed and something, and some people became something against the door. The people pushed and something, and some became something against the door. We have 2 missing words, 7 letters and 6 letters. Both of these begin with the letter J. Palmyra says, my cat scratches me or has been scratching me for 17 years. That's one of the reasons why I don't like cats, you see, because cats can sometimes change their mood very quickly. They can be sitting on your lap, or maybe you are stroking it, and then suddenly, without any warning, it will suddenly, without any warning, you are not prepared for it, the cat will suddenly scratch you for no reason. So sometimes cats can be quite violent, quite brutal, for no reason. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not keen on cats, because they can change their behaviour very quickly. Their mood can change quite quickly. So yes, I see your point. Sindhu asks, hello Mr. Duncan, how are you? I'm okay, thank you. I can't complain. The people pushed and something, and some became something against the door. We have 2 missing words, both of them beginning with J. But what are they? Today's second sentence game. We haven't got any answers yet. Oh dear, is it that hard? Is it difficult, that one? Oh, it would appear to be quite difficult. I see. Okay. I didn't think this was very hard. I thought this was easy, but not too easy, but then not too difficult, you see. The people pushed and something, and some became something against the door. Okay then. Tomek has come up with 2 words. Enji, hello, Enji Dada. Enji Dada, jump. Jump is a good guess, although it only has 4 letters. So we are looking for 7 and 6 letters in these. Palmyra said jolted. Jolted. Well, yes, the word jolt. If you jolt, it means you stop or you move suddenly. So maybe if you are sitting on a train and then the train suddenly stops, you might feel a jolt. Jolt. So maybe if something stops suddenly, maybe you are driving in your car and then the person suddenly puts the brakes on. You jolt. You jolt. It's a good word, actually. Richard. Yes, thank you very much. So is that a guess for the second letter? The second word or the first word? Hello, also Diana, who says, I have no idea. Well, in a few moments you will know. You will know. Tan. Oh, okay then. Yes, we have some more guesses coming through. Sindhu. Hello, Sindhu. Jerk. Yes, you see. So jerk can also mean to move and stop suddenly. You jerk. The word jerk can be used in many ways. A foolish person might be described as a jerk. Jerk. Zuzika says, I have no idea. Unfortunately, I have weak word power. Don't worry about that. That's the reason why we are here. You see, we are here to share our love of English. And if you don't know, it doesn't matter, because I will reveal the answer and then you will know. You see? So it's a good way of playing a game, but also it's a very good way of learning some new words as well. I will give you the answer in a moment. I will give you the answer in a moment. Coming up very soon. Are you ready, Mr. Cockerel? By the way, tomorrow morning, would you mind not waking me up so early? I like to have a lie-in on Saturday, if you don't mind. Tomorrow's Saturday, by the way. Yeah! Here we go. Time's up. Here comes the answers. We have 2 answers, 2 missing words, both of them beginning with J. What are they? Here they come. Right now. Bing! Ah, okay then. It would appear that we had, I think, maybe 1 or 2 correct answers for both of the words. Jayendra. Jayendra. Very interesting. Joggled. Joggled and jolted. Joggled. Joggled. I don't think joggled is a real word. Valentina. Oh, very good, Valentina. You had jostled and jammed. The people pushed and jostled, and some became jammed against the door. So to become jammed is to become stuck somewhere. You are stuck. Maybe you are being pushed against a door or a wall. You are jammed against it. Jostled, jammed. The people pushed and jostled, and some became jammed against the door. If you jostle, it means you push and you shove people. You push, shove, jostle. You are all fighting against each other, normally to get to the front of the crowd or a group of people. You are jostling, jostling. Palmyra. Palmyra says, oh, Diana, I hope your new job will be a plum job. Something that is a plum job is a good job. It is something that is very good. Barong says both of these are new words. Yes, jostle and jam. Jostle, push, shove, push, shove. Thank you very much. Would you like to play another one? Okay, let's play another sentence game, shall we? Okay, I don't mind. I'm here. I might as well. It's a good idea. I think so. Here we go. Another sentence game beginning with J. Now, I should give you a little warning here. This is a tricky one. It's quite tricky, this one. So it might cause 1 or 2 problems. But this one is tricky, difficult. Now, this is one word, but it's a word that also has 2 words joined together. So this next one might be a little difficult. So please don't shout at me. If you find this one too difficult, please don't shout at me. Please. It's Friday. Don't shout at me on Friday. We suspect there is some going on here. A very long word, 13 letters. It is actually made up of 2 parts. So this word is actually made up of 2 parts. So think of a word, think of something long that begins with J. Any ideas? Any thoughts? When we suspect something, quite often we suspect something, or we think that something bad is happening. So that will give you a clue to the word. We suspect there is some what going on here. But what are we talking about? What are we discussing? We suspect there is some what going on here. Don't forget, we are looking for something beginning with a J. This is a long word. It also happens to be a word that I showed you a couple of weeks ago. So normally on Friday we will look at odd words or strange words or weird words. So this is one of those words that I showed you a couple of weeks ago. Valentin. Oh yes. Juxtaposition. Oh, I think so. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good guess. It's a very good guess, but it's not right. It's not right. So if you think that someone is doing something wrong, maybe they are trying to deceive you or trick you, that is the word we are looking for. We suspect there is some blank going on here. 13 letters. Ooh, oh, okay then. Yes, some interesting suggestions coming through now on the live chat. I will give you a few more seconds. And then we will take a little break as well. We are having a little break. And then we will come back with more of the sentence game. So there will be a little break taking place. And we will be looking at one of my grammar lessons in a few moments. Maybe this one is a little harder. Maybe this one is slightly too difficult. Just a little bit. So I tried to help you there. Something that might be seen as being... Oh, I see. Okay, then we have some correct answers coming through. Oh, well done. We have quite a few correct answers coming through right now. Oh, I think we should have Mr. Cockerell. It would appear that a lot of people are now catching the answer. Very good. Very good indeed. This is a long word. It's made up of two separate words and Alessandra, Lil, Anna, yes, quite a few with the correct answer. Well done. It's not an easy one. I know it's not easy. The answer is bing. Oh, Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan. We've never heard of that word. Well, I did show you this word a couple of weeks ago. A couple of Fridays ago, I did actually show this word to you. Jiggery-pokery. To be deceitful. To do something in an underhand way. You deceive someone. You trick them. You do something that might mislead a person. We suspect there is some jiggery-pokery going on here, some deception. Something is not as it seems. So there it is. I did show it. Oh, I see. I think one or two people were looking in their dictionaries. I think so. So there it was. I think that's the third sentence game today. And that was jiggery-pokery. So we are going to take a little break. We're going to have a look at one of my lessons all about grammar. Now, not a lot of people know this, but I did make some grammar lessons. And they are available on my YouTube channel. So we are now going to take a look at one of my grammar lessons. And then we will be back with more of the sentence game. Lesson 2. Sentences. Part 1. Present simple questions. Questions in the present simple with be are formed by swapping the verb and subject. For other verbs, the auxiliary verb do or does must be added before the subject. Questions with be in the present simple. To form questions in the present simple using be, reverse the order of the subject and the verb. For example, you are Canadian. Are you Canadian? How to form present simple questions. You have the form of be, am, is, are. You have the subject, I, he, she, it, you, we, they, and the rest of the sentence. Am I Canadian? Is he Canadian? Is she Canadian? Is it Canadian? Are you Canadian? Are we Canadian? Are they Canadian? Further examples include, am I on time? Is he your brother? Where are we? Am I on the list? Is it time to leave? Are they friendly? Questions with do and does. For questions with verbs other than be, start the question with do or does. Don't swap the subject and the main verb. You work in an office becomes, do you work in an office? She works in a school becomes, does she work in a school? How to form this sentence. You have the form of do and does. You have the subject, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. You have the base form of the verb, work. The verb never takes s or es when you ask a question. Then you have the rest of the sentence. Do I work in an office? Do you work in an office? Do we work in an office? Do they work in an office? Does he work in an office? Does she work in an office? Does it work in an office? Further examples. Do they live in Paris? Do you usually finish work at 4 p.m? Does Tom get up at 6 a.m? When does the party start? Question words can be used before do or does to form open questions. Common mistakes forming present simple questions. Never add s or es to the base form of the verb when asking a question, even in the third person singular, such as he, she, or it. Does he finish work on time? Correct. Does he finish his work on time? Incorrect. Part 2. The present continuous. The present continuous is used to talk about continued actions that are happening in the present moment. It is formed with be and a present participle. An example of the present continuous. The present continuous is used to describe a current, continued action. Julie usually wears jeans, but today she is wearing a dress. The word wears is the present simple. It describes a repeated action or situation. She is. This is the present continuous use of the verb be. Wearing. This is the present continuous. It describes what is happening right now. How to form the present continuous. You have the subject, she. You have the form of am, is, are, is. You have the verb, ending with ing, the present participle, for example, wearing, and then the rest of the sentence, a dress. She is wearing a dress. Further examples, we are walking the dog. He is washing the dishes. They are talking on their phones. They're fighting with each other. She's relaxing at the moment. It's raining a lot outside. Present participle spelling rules. The present participle is formed by adding ing to the base form of the verb. Some participles have slightly different spelling rules. For example, wear becomes wearing. Choose becomes choosing. Tie becomes tying. Shop becomes shopping. Further examples. They're opening a store next week. There is no need to double the last letter because the final syllable is not stressed. Harry is always lying to his mother. I'm cutting some apples. My uncle is writing a novel. Terry is mopping the floor. My mother is baking us a cake. Here is a useful tip. Present participles follow the same spelling rules as gerunds. Common mistakes to state verbs in continuous tenses. Action verbs can be used in simple and continuous form. State verbs are not usually used in continuous forms. In action, I read every day. Correct. I am reading right now. Correct. As a state, I own 2 cars. Correct. I am owning 2 cars. Incorrect. Questions in the present continuous. To ask questions in the present continuous, swap the subject and the form of be. He is playing tennis. As a question, is he playing tennis? He is the subject. This action is happening right now. Is he playing tennis? You are asking if someone is doing a certain thing right now. How to form the sentence. You have the form of am, is, are, is. You have the subject, he. You have the verb plus ing, playing. And then you have the rest of the sentence, tennis. Further examples include, are they going to the park? Is he cycling to work? Is she eating pizza? Are they working late? Where are we going today? Are you coming to the party? What are you eating for dinner? Is it raining outside? Question words such as what, where, and how can be used before the verb to form open questions. Where are we going today? This is an open question. The present continuous negative. He is wearing a tie, but he is not wearing a hat. Or you can say, he is wearing a tie, but he isn't wearing a hat. How to form this sentence? You have the subject, he. You have the form of am, is, are, not, is not. You have the verb ending with ing, wearing. This is the present participle. It doesn't change. And the rest of the sentence. A hat. Further examples include: he isn't walking the dog. They aren't singing well today. She isn't cleaning up her bedroom. They aren't looking where they're going. He isn't playing football today. We aren't taking the bus today. You aren't doing your job. James isn't reading his book. We aren't eating out this week. You aren't doing well at school this year. Interesting. One or two people saying, Mr. Duncan, we want more grammar. Can we have more grammar lessons? Well, yes. And there is an example of one of my grammar lessons. There are actually a series of grammar lessons on my YouTube channel. And there we were talking about sentence construction. If you want me to show another one on Sunday, I'm more than willing to do so. And, of course, you can also find them on my YouTube channel. Sergio says, oh, how good is it of Mr. Duncan to give us a pause so we can smoke a cigarette and make some coffee. Is that what you were doing during my grammar lesson? Oh. I know not everyone wants to have a grammar lesson, but I'm sure for someone out there in YouTube land, it was useful. I think so. Thank you, Roxy. This lesson is much more interesting. Thanks. Oh, I see. Do you mean this? Do you mean this is more interesting? Or do you want more grammar? Maybe you could have grammar lessons all the time. Imagine that. Wow. Here we go then. We are now going to continue with the thing we were doing earlier. We are going to play once more the sentence game. Here we go then. The sentence game is back. When I say back, I mean we are continuing to play it because we were actually playing it earlier on. The sentence game today, we are looking for the letter J. So words beginning with this letter. J for jolly. Jaunt. Oh, now there's an interesting word. Jaunt. If you jaunt, it means you move from one place to another. You travel from one place to another. You jaunt. You go on a jaunt. Here we go then. We are now continuing with the sentence game. Yes, I think it's a good idea. Why not? That's what I say. So here is the next sentence game coming on your screen right now. Oh, okay then. This might be easy. It might be hard. There is a possible answer with 5 letters. He always likes to be the something of the pack in class. There is always one. From my experience of teaching in the classroom, I know there is always one student in the class who always likes to make others laugh. And I used to say, it's my job. That's my job. My job is to teach you and make you smile. Your job is to sit there and learn. I will tell the jokes. Thank you very much. He always likes to be the something of the pack in class. 5 letters. I think maybe this one is easy. I think so. I think this one is easy. So no one can accuse me of making them all hard and difficult. I think this one might be easy for some people, although this also refers to an expression as well, a type of expression, or maybe an idiom relating to the behaviour of a person, you see. He always likes to be the something of the pack in class. Hello, how nice of you to join me. You see, join. He always likes to be the something of the pack. Alessandra says it's too easy. Oh, I can't win, can I? When it's easy, it's too easy. When it's hard, it's too hard. It's not fair. Thanks for your guesses. A lot of people got this right. Not everyone would know this, you see. Not everyone will know this. Just because you know doesn't mean other people won't know what it is. He always likes to be the something of the pack. You can also say in the pack as well. The answer coming up right. Come on, Mr. Cockerell, where are you? Thank you. I don't know what happened to him then. He disappeared. The answer is bing, joker. Joker. We can describe a person who likes to fool around, who likes to always play, and quite often they are never serious. We can describe them as the joker of the pack or joker in the pack. So the joker of the pack is the person who never takes anything seriously. Maybe you are in a situation where you have to be serious and one person tries to disrupt the class by being silly and playing around like a clown. He always likes to be the joker of the pack in the class. The joker of the pack is the person who does not take things seriously. They like to mess around. They like to play about. They like to be the joker of the pack. It's also an expression as well. An expression. The person who never takes anything seriously can be described as the joker of the pack. So it refers to a pack of cards because, of course, in a pack of cards you have the joker. The next one, we will have another one. I think we'll have time for two more, and then I will be going. But I will be back on Sunday. Don't worry, you can catch me on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday. For those who are wondering, Sunday, Wednesday and Friday is when I am with you live. And of course on Sunday we have Mr. Steve joining us. Mr. Steve will be here with us on Sunday. Will we be outside? Maybe I can show you what is left of the house. Actually, I've just realised the builders are actually coming next week. Tomorrow someone is coming to put all of the scaffolding on the house. Scaffolding. So if you ever look at a house or a building that is being constructed, quite often there will be a framework of metal on the front, and it's called scaffolding. And that is used to support the building, but also it allows the workmen to get high up safely on the building itself. Hello, Filippo. Filippo, who keeps asking, do you speak Italian? I don't speak Italian, but I'm quite good at English. I'm very good at English, some people say. Here is the next sentence game. We are looking for two missing words. So the last one was easy. Maybe this one won't be so easy. Maybe this one might be a little harder, you see? Okay. Scaffolding. Valentina. Scaffolding. Yes, scaffolding. Metal tubes. Pieces of metal that are joined together on the front of a building to support it or to allow the builders to climb up. And that is what is happening tomorrow. Someone is coming tomorrow to put scaffolding around the house. Yes, that's how serious it is. Very serious. I'm not sure how much of the house will be left next Friday. I'm just wondering now. I might not be standing here. I might be outside, surrounded by rubble and bricks. Who knows? Who knows? Here we go. They decided to something together and something as a group around the park. 4 letters. So we are looking for 4 letters and 3 letters. 4 letters, 3 letters. Andamios. Fernando says scaffold is andamios. So my house from tomorrow will be covered in andamios. I hope I pronounced it well. Oh, okay then. Interesting. We have some answers coming through now. Congratulations for some of you, if you've got it right. Very interesting. Mr. Duncan, are you rebuilding or replacing the old house? Well, I'm not rebuilding the house because I can't afford it. But parts of the house are suffering at the moment. So we have water coming in some parts of the house. So yes, there will be some work taking place. I think there will be a lot of banging next week outside the house. So I'm just wondering how I'm going to do my live streams next week because it's going to be very noisy here. We will see what happens. We will have to wait and see. They decided to something together and something as a group around the park. They decided to something together and something as a group around the park. We are looking for words beginning with J. J for jolly. I am a jolly person. I like to be jolly. Wedad, hello Wedad. What does it mean, scaffold? Scaffold is something that you put on the front of a building. So quite often when they are building something, when they are constructing a building, quite often you will see scaffolding outside. I might try to find a picture of scaffolding. Maybe I can find a photograph. Shall I look? Shall I try to find a photograph of scaffolding? We will see. Let's see if we can find a photograph of scaffolding. That will be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be amazing if I could find a photograph. That would be amazing, you see. Let's try again. Let's see if we can get a photograph. Oh, I was hoping that I had one, but I don't think I do. I thought I did. I thought I had a photograph of scaffolding. Try again. Interesting. No. Okay. Fair enough. Obviously, I don't have a picture of scaffolding. Who's going to be banging in your house? Asks Tomek. Well, they won't be banging in the house, but they will be banging outside the house. So now it all remains to be seen what happens. Maybe there won't be any house next week. Maybe it will be gone. Maybe it will fall into a big hole. So here we go, back to the sentence game. They decided to something together and something as a group around the park. We've had quite a lot of answers come through. Thank you very much. Yes, very good. Thank you for joining in. The answer is coming up right now. And then I think we have time for one more, and then I will be going for various reasons. The answer to this sentence game is, in fact, we have two missing words. They are bing. Ah, okay. We had some interesting answers, by the way. They decided to join together. If you join together, it means you collect yourselves into a group. So you join together. You can become a group. So we might say that people should join together and protest. Maybe a lot of people will join together and they will march through the streets to protest. You join together. They decided to join together and jog as a group around the park. You jog as a group. So instead of jogging on your own, you do it with other people. Apparently, it's more fun. Jogging on your own, running on your own, or taking exercise by yourself might become a little bit boring. So doing it with other people, when you join together with other people, it might be more interesting and more fun, more enjoyable, maybe. Maybe you could say jump together. I'm not sure if you jump around the park. I'm not sure if you jump around the park. I don't know how you would do that. Maybe they could join together as a group and, well, jump, of course. Yes, jump. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure about that, you see. Jogging. A lot of people have decided to take up jogging because they've had lots of time on their hands, and some people have become quite unfit during this crazy period of time. So there it was. And we will have one more before we go. So here is our final sentence game today. I almost clicked the answer then. I almost gave you the answer. No, don't give the answer. So maybe this is easy. I will get complaints, whatever happens. The something failed to reach a verdict. The something failed to reach a verdict. That's an interesting word, verdict. The verdict is the decision you have made over something, the verdict. So maybe you have a choice and you have to make one choice. So you will give your verdict. You will make a decision. You will decide on a particular thing. Your verdict. Was it good or bad? Was it good or bad? Please give me your verdict. So this is the last one, and then I will be going in around about 3 or 4 minutes. So what is the answer? We're only looking for 4 letters as well. 4 letters beginning with J. And this is also a clue to what I'm doing in September. This is also a little clue to what I will be doing in September. Oh, interesting. Some changes coming in September, only for September. There are some changes coming. And then in October, things will be normal again. But September is going to be a strange month for various reasons. I should have some music really, shouldn't I? Time's up. Yes, I think the short words are easy. Sometimes. I didn't want to make them too difficult because then I will get complaints. People will be knocking on my door. Well, assuming I still have a door next week, you see. So my door might disappear. So you won't have to knock on my door. You can just come straight into the house, you see, because the door would have fallen off next week. The something failed to reach a verdict. The answer coming up now. Bing! Jury. The jury. The jury is a group of people who make a decision in a court of law. So the jury. The jury is a group of people who make a decision on the outcome of a trial. Maybe a person has done something wrong and they have to stand up in court and face a trial. Yogi says, I guessed it first. I'm the best. Thank you, Jayandra. Also, Sandra, Vitas. Yes, we did have a lot of answers there. Very nice. Lil, Anna, Sidra. Hello, Sidra. Thank you for your answer as well. Quite a few people. Luis Mendez. Thank you as well. We can use verdict mostly in law. Yes, you come to a verdict, but maybe also you are judging, you see. You are judging something, maybe a contest, maybe a pie contest. People are making cakes and you have to give your verdict. You have to make some sort of judgment. You have to come to a final decision. So the verdict is often given by a jury. That's almost it for today. Almost time to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. A little shorter than normal. We have a lot of things going on tomorrow and also next week as well. A lot of noise, a lot of commotion, a lot of chaos and noise next week. That's all I can say. What is happening in September? Well, I will give you some of the details on Sunday, but there are some changes taking place affecting the live streams. However, there is also some good news concerning my recorded lessons. You see? So you might lose something, but you might also gain something as well. So there are some changes coming in September, but only September. And then in October, everything is back to normal as we celebrate my 14th anniversary. It is time to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. I was hoping to find some pictures of scaffolding. Maybe I will show some on Sunday. I could show you my scaffolding because there will be some tomorrow outside the house, holding the house up so it doesn't fall down, you see. Thank you very much for your company today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yes, I am back on Sunday. And also you can catch me on Wednesday and Friday until the end of August. 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm with you. And of course, Mr. Steve will be back as well on Sunday. He is joining us as well. Yogi says, please use a picture of me and that would make the stream best. Would it really? Oh, well, if you want to have a go, you never know. It might work. Sandra says goodbye to everyone. Thank you very much. See you on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. And I'm going to leave you with some more animals. Oh, yes. Some more farmyard animals, some more cows and bulls in the field. And I will leave you with this video. And what I want you to do is to spot the magic cow. In this video, there is a magic cow that changes from one colour to another. It's amazing. It's like magic. See you on Sunday. I hope you've had a good time today. I hope you've enjoyed everything. This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thanks for watching. See you later. Take care. Stay safe. Stay happy. And most importantly of all, keep that smile upon your face as you wander all over the place. And you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Live captions later on, okay? So the captions for this live stream will be later on. They will be there. I promise. And of course, ta-ta for now.